Have you ever imagined seeing 2 or even 3 Rangers merging into a single body? Well, throughout the history of Super Sentai, there have been incredible fusions that most fans have never even heard of. And here's the most surprising part. Many of them only appeared in special movies, extra episodes, or even in scenes that went completely unnoticed by the general audience. Today, I'm going to show you the most unexpected and bizarre fusions in the Super Sentai universe. From combinations that symbolize friendship and trust to forced unions created by villains themselves, you're about to discover forms that never appeared in Power Rangers and that you've probably never seen before. So get ready, because today's list is full of surprises and will completely change the way you look at Sentai teams. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like this video so you never miss any content. Every Power Rangers and Super Sentai fan needs to be subscribed to this channel. Thank you so much for 3,000 subscribers. The 40th season of Super Sentai was never adapted into the American Power Rangers series, which is why many people aren't familiar with its characters and storyline. What you need to know is that the fusion we're about to talk about involves Yamato Kazakiri and the character Bud. Bud was a resident of Zooland, a parallel world to Earth inhabited by creatures called Zoomans. These beings are anthropomorphic, half human, half animal, and possess special abilities that allow them to transform into warriors known as the Zyuohgers. Each Zooman has an artifact called the King's Credential, which grants them unique powers. Bud himself is also humanoid, but with wings and bird-like traits. From early on, he is portrayed as a mysterious and reserved figure, carrying past traumas involving both his own kind and humans. Zooland, Bud's world, reflects the diversity and complexity of relationships between different species. While the Zoomans live in an organized society, there are tensions with humans. Some humans feared or held prejudice against Zoomans, creating conflicts between the two worlds. The series makes it clear that respect, trust, and cooperation are essential for different species to coexist peacefully. Bud, through his story and abilities, represents both the strength and compassion of the Zoomans. His journey ties directly into the events that affect Earth and the Zyuohgers. On the other hand, Yamato Kazakiri is a young human who loves animals and science. As a child, he was found by Bud, who revealed the existence of Zooland to him and gave him a device that would later allow him to transform into Zyuohger. Yamato becomes involved in the fight against the Death Gallians, a hostile alien race that threatens both humans and Zoomans. Interestingly, Yamato is the only human member of the Zyuohger team. All the others are Zoomans, but there's more. Yamato stands out not just for his combat skills, but also for his leadership, empathy, and ability to bring humans and Zoomans together toward a common goal. Over the course of the series, he forms deep bonds with his allies, learning the value of collaboration and trust, qualities that would later prove essential for his fusion with Bud. In the 2017 movie, which serves as an epilogue to the series, the peace established between humans and Zoomans is threatened by a villain named Pokane Daniro. He manipulates a tournament meant to crown the champion of Earth and uses his powers to turn participants into jewels, including the heroes themselves. This puts everyone's lives at risk and forces immediate action. Bud and Yamato join forces to stop the villain, investigate his schemes, and protect the other participants. During the decisive battle, the Cube Condor recognizes their courage and determination. It uses its powers to fuse the two warriors into a single powerful form, Zyuohger. This fusion perfectly combines their abilities. Bud contributes his strength, speed, and flight, while Yamato adds leadership, strategy, and courage. Together, they become a purple-suited warrior capable of withstanding the villain's strongest attacks and unleashing extremely precise combo moves, such as the Glide Feather Slash, showcasing the unity of their strengths. Zyuohger is more than just a fusion of powers. It represents the bond between humans and Zoomans, showing that trust, cooperation, and friendship can overcome any adversity. The fusion may be temporary, but it is incredibly powerful. And here's a fun fact. No actual purple suit was created for the film. Instead, the production team reused Yamato's red suit and digitally changed the color. Still, the final result looked great. Now let's talk about the fusion called Gokai Red Silver, which combines the Red Ranger and the Silver Ranger. In the 35th season of Super Sentai, we're introduced to Captain Marvelous, the main protagonist and leader of the Gokaigers, who was the very first to transform into Gokai Red. From a young age, he showed a free spirit and adventurous nature, inspired by an intergalactic hero who once saved him as a child. Marvelous grew up to become a skilled space pirate, traveling across the cosmos in search of treasure and adventure until he discovered a Ranger Key, an artifact that granted him special powers and marked the beginning of his journey as Gokai Red. Marvelous went on to form the Gokaigers, gathering the Ranger Keys of the 34 previous Sentai teams, believing this would lead him to the greatest treasure in the universe. His leadership brought together individuals from different backgrounds, uniting them as a strong team against the Space Empire Zanyak, a military force that threatened peace across the universe. Captain Marvelous's story highlights his growth, from a pirate chasing riches to a heroic leader who values friendship, courage, and sacrifice. He learns that the true treasure isn't material, but found in the bonds he forms and the lives he protects. Now, let's talk about Guy Ikari. He's the 6th member of the Gokaiger crew, and the only one originally from Earth. His story is defined by an unusual passion for heroes, an unexpected destiny, and a journey of self-discovery and courage. From childhood, Guy showed an infectious enthusiasm for Super Sentai, becoming a devoted fan of past hero teams. His life changed forever when, in a heroic act, he was gravely injured while saving a young girl from being run over by a truck. This near-fatal event led to what many considered a miracle, as he survived against all odds. During his recovery in the hospital, Guy had visions of 3 legendary Sentai heroes, Dragon Ranger, Timefire, and Abare Killer. Impressed by his bravery and devotion, they granted him special powers, including the ability to transform into Gokai Silver, the 6th member of the Gokaigers. The fusion of Marvelous and Guy happened in a DVD special. The villain Insarn planned to fuse the Silver Ranger with a cybernetic being called Zorg. However, her plan was interrupted by Captain Marvelous, who confronted her. In the chaos, Insarn accidentally fired her fusion weapon, merging Marvelous and Guy into one body. The two characters became one. What made it even more interesting is that we could see them interacting inside their minds, portrayed as an entirely white space. The first time they transform, we see their fused form. The suit is mostly silver, but with red helmet and red boots. To be honest, the design could have been more creative, but it was still fun to see them together. The most amazing part is that during this fusion, the pair can transform into the Red Rangers of all 34 previous Sentai teams using the Ranger Keys of the past. This symbolizes teamwork and collective strength, reflecting the core theme of Gokaiger about unity and overcoming challenges. The scenes of them transforming and fighting the enemies are absolutely epic. In the end, they manage to seize the villain's fusion weapon and undo the chaos. Takaharu Igasaki is the protagonist of Shuriken Sentai Ninninger, the 39th season of Super Sentai. He's the leader of the team, known as the Red Ninja. Coming from a long line of ninjas who have protected the world for evil for generations, Takaharu takes on the responsibility of fighting when an ancient evil army resurfaces. Together with his family, he becomes a ranger, using ninjutsu skills and courage to protect people and lead his team. In 2016, there was a crossover movie with the 38th season. Here, the villain Dark Dr. Mavro seeks to create the ultimate ninja in order to increase his power and control the Ninninger team. To achieve this, he performs dark experiments and creates evil clones of Hattori Hanzo, Fumo Kotaro, and Sasuke Sarutobi. the original 3 legendary ninjas. These clones aren't just physical copies. They're corrupted versions, programmed to obey Mavro and carry out his plans. They mimic the abilities and techniques of the original ninjas, but with twisted, malicious intent. Mavro's ultimate goal is to absorb the power of these clones into Takaharu Igasaki, the Akaninger, fusing them together to create a corrupted new form known as Dark Akaninger. This fusion would be a dark, dangerous version of the Red Ranger, far stronger and capable of fighting with amplified power against the Niningers or any hero who tried to stop him. Each clone contributes its unique strengths. Hanzo's balanced and strategic combat style, Kotaro's raw power and precision, and Sasuke's agility and stealth attacks. As the story unfolds, Takaharu is confronted by the clones, and the fusion actually takes place. The process begins when the clones surround Takaharu and synchronize their energy with his. Visually, the scene is intense. A black aura engulfs Takaharu, blending his red energy with the dark tones of the clones. During the fusion, Takaharu feels their presence trying to take over his body, pushing him to the brink of losing consciousness. It's a critical moment. His willpower is tested to the limit. If he were to give in, Dark Akaninger would become an almost unstoppable evil warrior. However, Takaharu resists the clones' corruption. Even though he is physically merged with them, his determination, courage, and true ninja spirit prevent the fusion from fully taking control. He manages to separate himself from the corrupted energy, escaping their influence. Still, the Red Ranger's powers remain with the 3 villains who stay fused together. This form, Dark Akaninger, becomes one of the greatest threats of the movie. In the end, however, he is defeated through the combined strength of both Ranger teams, and the Red Ranger's powers return to Takaharu. The fusion with the clones, although temporary, serves as proof of the danger Mavro represents and how far he's willing to go to corrupt and manipulate the legacy of the ninjas.
Haito's Sentai Lupinranger vs. Keisatsu Sentai Patranger is the 42nd season of the Super Sentai franchise, airing in Japan from 2018 to 2019. The story revolves around 2 opposing teams: the Lupinrangers, thieves who seek to recover items stolen from their loved ones, and the Patrangers, police officers tasked with capturing the Lupinrangers and fighting against the criminal organization known as Ganglar. Both teams use special devices to transform and battle the Ganglar, extra-dimensional creatures that are part of a vast crime syndicate. The series dives into themes of justice, morality, and loyalty. The Patranger team consists of 3 members. Kichiro Asaka is the team leader. With a strong sense of justice and an impulsive personality, he's fully dedicated to protecting the innocent and upholding the law. His transformation into Patron 1-Go is activated through the Good Striker, granting him enhanced combat skills and agility. Despite his strict demeanor, Kichiro cares deeply for his teammates and shows unwavering commitment to his mission. Sakaya Hikawa is the youngest member of the Patrangers. At first, he's a rookie police officer with great potential. His transformation into Patron 2-Go, also powered by the Good Striker, gives him excellent ranged combat abilities and pinpoint accuracy. Known for his cheerful attitude, Sakuya often serves as the team's comic relief, balancing his comrade's seriousness with his lighthearted personality. Tsukasa Myojin is the female member of the team. An experienced officer and skilled strategist, she transforms into Patron 3-Go using the Good Striker as well. She excels in close combat fighting and possesses a sharp analytical mind. Calm, rational, and dedicated, Tsukasa often acts as the mediator among her teammates. In the 2nd episode of the series, the Patrangers attempt to use a special device to defeat a powerful villain. However, to everyone's surprise, when activated, the device merges all 3 Rangers into one body. The result is a larger, more imposing warrior with a suit that combines red, green, and pink, representing each member of the team. During the fusion, the Patrangers retain their individuality, but their abilities are amplified, allowing them to perform stronger and more coordinated attacks. Patron Ugo is a perfect symbol of unity and mutual trust within the team. Since all 3 share control over the body, this leads to many funny and entertaining moments throughout the series. This fusion appears multiple times across other episodes as well.
This time,
The fusion involves the Thief Team, the Lupinrangers. Unlike the previous one, however, it didn't appear in the series, but rather in the movie. While the main story follows the missions and rivalries between these two teams, the special film Kaito Sentai Lupinranger vs. Keisatsu Sentai Patranger in film introduces situations that require fusions and combined forms to take on greater threats. In the movie, the three members of the Lupinranger team join forces to create the combined form known as Lupin Tricolor. Each of them contributes their individual traits to the fusion. Kairi Yano, as Lupin Red, is the team leader, determined, brave, and always ready to make quick decisions. Toma Yoimachi, Lupin Blue, is calmer and more strategic, focusing on planning and precision during battles. Umika Hayami, Lupin Yellow, is agile, clever, and creative, able to adapt her skills to different combat situations. The fusion reflects the sum of all these qualities, resulting in a form that is not only physically stronger, but also embodies the team's combined experience, intelligence, and agility. The fusion is achieved through the special device Jackpot Striker, which synchronizes the energy and abilities of the three Lupinrangers. By activating the device with the code 777, the transformation takes place. The three members' bodies merge into a single form, and the resulting armor features a robust and harmonious design, blending the red, blue, and yellow colors of each member. Visually, Lupin Tricolor is vibrant and imposing, emphasizing the unity of the team. The suit details reinforce the concept of synchronization, incorporating elements that resemble each ranger's original costume, but reworked into a cohesive and powerful silhouette. While fused, the three rangers operate as one single entity, coordinating their attacks seamlessly. They can still use all the abilities they had individually, but now amplified, enabling faster movements, more precise strikes, and perfectly executed combination attacks. One of the movie's highlights is the union of Lupin Tricolor with Patranger, resulting in a special attack where the energy of all three rangers is unleashed in a golden blast, powerful enough to defeat large-scale enemies with a single strike. Throughout the battle, Lupin Tricolor demonstrates both offensive power and defensive endurance, able to face multiple opponents at once, something none of the members could have achieved on their own. That's it. Thanks for watching.